Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are now going to get cracking and do the Hay River Track. Been meaning to do this for bloody years and we're finally here. We just fueled up at Jervois Station, just a couple of k's down the road here that you would have seen there in the last episode. So let's get into it, guys. The Hay River. Woo! Wow, the Hay River. I am so bloody excited, guys. And I can't wait to show you guys. I've never been down here myself, the northern part of the Simo. And we're just starting it. It's in the afternoon, about 1 p.m. Do a couple of hours and bloody set up camp. The Simpson Desert, guys, 2.0. Woohoo! It's pretty heavily corrugated here at the moment. It's sitting on about, what, 60 k's, mate?
Yeah, 60, 65. It's not as bad as the Bamaga Road north of the old Tally track, but it's reasonably corrugated.
Corrugations are so bad. The UHF aerial has just fallen off here. Just bloody... Have you got the aerial?
Nah, it's gone underneath. It's back on the track. Here it is.
Here we go. What's happened? The grub screw?
I'd say the grub screw's come loose and it's unscrewed itself. So we'll go and put it back on.
That's the screw there.
Yeah, your grub screw's come loose, that's all.
We need to get... First major breakdown on the hay. The bloody aerial, the corrugations are really bad. I'll try and show you these corrugations. I'm not sure how well it'll come up on the GoPro, but I'll show you. So while we're at it here, we might check the those shratchets up on the roof because it has been really bouncy. How are they, mate?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Just a little nip up.
These are new shratchets that I bought a while ago. And they're bloody fantastic. They're like a hybrid, cross between a ratchet and a strap. And they're called shratchets. So we've done that 80-kilometre stretch and we're pretty close to Batton Hill Bush Camp. But this is the actual Hay River, guys. It's dry, completely dry. Nick's about to drive down. If you look at the river here. No, it's fine, mate. The 200 parked up in the middle of the iconic Hay River, guys. Whoa!
Yeah, mate, it's soft, but it's okay. If it was wet, it'd be a bit tricky, but at the moment, it's fine.
What I will say, it's a pretty wide river. There's about 3 or 4 sort of main channels. Very sandy. And it's pretty hot. It's about 34 degrees out here at the moment. The Hay River. Woohoo!
So you'll notice there we've crossed a couple of gates here, guys. The Hay River track is located on Aboriginal land here in the Northern Territory. So you do need a permit, and you have to get that through the Central Land Council in Alice Springs. So pretty important to make sure you got the right permit there to travel. And also a very quick note to make sure you got your Desert Park Pass to get into Queensland or South Australia as you make your way further down the track and complete your trip into Birdsville. So just a real brief history on the Hay River track itself, guys. It's relatively new compared to the more traditional Simpson Desert crossings. But back in the mid-1990s, Alice Springs legend Joel Fleming, he partnered up with traditional elder Lindsay Brookie, and they started chatting about opening up the northern area of the Simpson Desert to visitors. And then eventually Joel and Lindsay managed to blaze this track along the Hay River back in 1999. They also established Batton Hill Bush Camp, which is on the northern end of the Hay River track, and at Batton Hill offering camping and Aboriginal tours as well. I know I say this a lot, guys, but do yourself a favour and get yourself out here. Get out and do this iconic remote northern section of the Simpson Desert track along the beautiful, majestic, ancient Hay River. Not being inundated with flies. Yeah.
Have a look at that. Ventilation at its best. Which one was my beer?
Pretty bloody warm, guys. 33 out here today, 33, 34. Lucky enough, yesterday was about 38. I'm going to talk about the time of year that we've come and how hot it is a little later, but we're getting ourselves ready for dinner. Got ourselves set up here at camp. We're having steaks for dinner here in the Simo, night one. Nick's the steak king.
Yeah, they're coming along okay.
Yeah.
Fire's throwing out a fair bit of heat, so I've pulled the pan off the fire and it's still sizzling nicely, so got the veggies in.
Can't wait to keep showing you guys this northern part of the bloody Simpson Desert. And we're right here on the Tropic of bloody Capricorn. Wow, that's a big cheers. Right behind me, that's where the river is, the Hay River. Where would you rather be? Have a go at this. Cheers, guys. Woo! I'll give you, as I normally do, guys, I'm going to give you a real quick run down of what's going on here at camp and show you the setup. So let's have a look. So I got the big Oz Tent RV3, back of the car there. We're literally right off the track. And Mick's got the bloody a ripper fire going. Hey, mate.
Yeah, mate. Push TV.
We're literally right off the track. The RV3, Mick's got the swag as usual, the big 200, the fire, we've got plenty of firewood. And the Tropic of Capricorn, you want to know how bloody close we are to the Tropic of Capricorn? I'll show you. Guys, I'm just going to show you inside the tent how it's set up. Got the breeze coming in from the other side. This is my little setup in here. So you might have watched my little review on this Oz Tent RV3, and I can tell you it is absolutely bloody fantastic. And certainly out here in the desert, real world situation, it is pretty bloody cozy. And in here I've literally just got a pillow and a beach towel. That's what I'm using instead of a sleeping bag. I just simply do not need it. The big window is open at the rear and tons of room. And what a bloody beautiful view out the back there. The other thing I was going to mention to you guys, because it is so hot, as I just mentioned before, we are a little bit more concerned about Joe Blake's, so snakes. So we actually have picked a camp that is relatively clear. So we didn't want to go around any spinifex or, you know, the trees or the mulga bush or the gidgee. We've tried to sort of, get ourselves in a bit of an open space here, just so if there is a Joe Blake crawling around, we can see him coming in. But we've seen 2 snakes already on the track coming in. So every time we jump out of the car, we are kind of a little bit more aware. And clearly, look, we are wearing boots. Got our boots on, but I'll just show you what I mean by we've just chosen a camp that is kind of clear. We're being somewhat snake-wise. Bloody finished that beautiful steak. Thanks, Mick. Just wanted to touch on the time of year that we are here in the Hay River in the Simpson Desert. So clearly we're in the last week of October. It's certainly not the best time to be coming out to the Simpson Desert, and I wouldn't recommend coming out to the Simpson Desert at the end of October. It is too hot. The reason why we're here now is obviously we had those injector problems in the 200 when we were coming out in August. Couple of months have passed. Mick was able to get some time off work. I was able to arrange a bit of time off work myself, and we thought, bugger it, we'll come out. And again, not the best time. However, it is quiet. There's a nice breeze going on right at the moment. And in fact, right at the moment, the sun's bloody popping out. It's bloody beautiful. But yeah, clearly best time for the Simpson Desert, as you already probably know. May, June, July, August. Creep into September is probably okay as well, but October, certainly late October and November, I wouldn't recommend coming out here now. But I'm not regretting our decision to come out. There's something about the Simpson Desert that I love, whether it's the red bloody sand or whether it's these flies, I don't know. But Mick, what are you doing?
I think it's the beer that you're
Here we go. Well, I know we did a cheers before. Come in, Mick. I know we did a cheers before, but to the Simo and to our first night.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And many more.
Yeah, many more. Cheers, guys.
I just spilled that all down the front of me.
The Simpson Desert, guys. Do yourself a favour. Get yourself out here. And I bloody mean it.
lets me down at the lonely lake. Before summer has gone away, swim out under a broken sky. Cold sun colored with shades of white. Wave goodbye to last summer.
The original sign, guys, Tropic of Capricorn, running through the Simpson Desert. So a couple of star pickets and a bit of tin. Pretty unique, Nick. It is, yeah. So obviously the one about 50 metres north is probably the more accurate one. I hadn't seen that one before on YouTube or telly, but this is the one that I've seen. So yeah, Tropic of Capricorn. So day 2 on the Hay River track. Had a good night last night, guys. Had a nice steak for dinner and a couple of beers around the campfire. And look, because it was so warm, we didn't really need a campfire for warmth, but as you know, when you're camping, it's kind of nice to have a campfire for ambience and a bit of light. It was really bloody nice. Bit of a breeze picked up and the flies racked off when it went dark last night, and but however the flies have been a bit of a menace this morning, and it's only 6:30. So beautiful sunrise this morning, and we're going to keep heading south on this bloody beautiful Hay River track.
Say goodbye, say goodbye to lonely nights of last summer.
So we keep picking up these little hitchhikers. We're just short of Dingo Well, and it's actually marked on one of the maps that they call this Camp 1. You can camp anywhere on the Hay River track, but clearly this would have been a fantastic place to camp. It's pretty easy access here to the river. I'll show you. Yeah, awesome, mate.
Yeah, it's incredible. There's the colours in the sand.
Yeah.
Huge river, it's really wide. Like, imagine this all sort of full of water.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it flows that often. Bloody wide, mate.
Huge.
There you go.
I don't think the cockies like it.
The Hay River, guys. Just can't get the grin off my face. What are you thinking, Mick?
Might stay the night again, hey?
Yeah. Bloody, this would have been a rip-up bloody camp. If you're doing the Hay River, consider just near Dingo Well. It's called Camp 1 on one of the maps. It's not on my Hammer map, it's on one of Mick's maps. So, but it's just very quick, easy access to the river. Park right there and camp right there. You can see someone's had a campfire there. But how bloody... I'm assuming this is, you know, one of Australia's ancient riverbeds. I don't know how old it is. I don't know the history of the Hay River, but we're close-ish to where the Fink River is, so I would think it's an ancient riverbed of some sort. Dingo well.
Ah, didn't go well at all. For someone, have a look at this.
No. Adam O'Neill, invoice paid for. Says it's got power.
Well, it would. Turn the tap on, I bet you it works.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No. So there's a pump in here. There's a little Adam O'Neill, invoice paid. I don't know what that is. So obviously, if you turn the tap on,
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Oh.
Just leave it how it was. It was on power and it was flashing. There's a bit of history here on that sign there, why this dingo well was here, but the basic knowledge that I have is that it was put in to help encourage dingoes come back into the area, I think. So don't know how the dingoes are going to go bloody turning that tap on. Isn't it ironic there's a lot of dead carcasses around?
Yeah, well, the cows obviously struggled to turn the water on too, because they've all died.
Yeah, there's another water tank up here. I wasn't sure kind of what the setup was. I thought there might have been just a constant flow of water, but that doesn't make sense, as it looks to be a trough up here. Let's see if there's water in here. Bone dry.
It's dry as a dead dingo's donger.
So we just got to the turn off to Lake Caroline. Lake Caroline's a salt lake. It's about 11 kilometres off the main Hay River track. So we've just got to this point and we've got to cross the Hay River.
So actually on the ground here, guys, we were somewhat confused because the river is so wide. There are quite a few river beds, I guess, and on the ground it was hard to kind of know which way to go. There were tracks, they weren't fresh, but there were tracks going in every which direction. So physically on the ground it was actually a little bit difficult. We did throw the drone up to try and get an idea of which way to go, but initially we were, somewhat confused as to which way to go, but we finally found our way across the many beds here of the Hay River.
Got halfway through the river, but this sand's pretty soft. I've just stopped back there and it looks like what do you think, mate? Tracks?
I think, yeah, looks as though there's a track going through there. I think we go up and then bend around to the right.
That'll be it. But as you can see, she's pretty soft, this sand. Lake Caroline, guys. How bloody beautiful is it out here? When on the track to get out to Lake Caroline, it's 11 kilometres from the Hay River. I might have said that before. And a bit sketchy. You kind of don't really know where to go. And then when we got here, we kind of got onto a bit of a. Is it salt?
I don't know. I'll taste it.
I don't know if it's a salt pan or if it's a clay pan. I'm not 100% sure. I certainly know you've got to be pretty careful when you're driving around. You want to kind of hug the edge of the lake. You don't really want to go out, you know, and damage the lake environmentally, but also to get bogged if you sort of push yourself through the crust. But it's really, really solid. So we're going to have morning tea here. There's some camel footprints through here. Just as well the tide's out. Yeah. Looks like he's come from there and he's gone to there. Anyway, we're going to have bloody morning tea. It's on the menu, mate.
We're going to have a coffee and some snacks.
Yeah. So we might, yeah, have some morning tea, enjoy Lake Caroline, and then back on the hay.